Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You all right? Got a quick mic, just in case. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Especially for you, this moment. Intimidate Pep. Nothing intimidates the great man.
What's on there? Oh, yeah. Good. Yeah, you? Basically that.
Hey, I was kicking off as well.
Yeah, he's very, Alec. Okay.
Yeah, what's that? Should I just copy it? Yeah. Should I WhatsApp it in? Yeah, there you go. Yeah. What do you think of the hours? What? Let us turn it down. You let your load of massive down. We much prefer you inside. Yes, that's right. Just about the car. Teamwork makes the dream work. More travel trick.
Huh? Or is it on the?
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're well. We'll take a show of hands for questions, please. Mike's either side of the room. We'll set an embargo towards the end for 10:30 p.m. on Saturday evening. Please bear in mind it's a busy room and the Sunday embargo. We'll start with Simon at PLP, please. Thank you.
Hello, Pep. You okay? Good. Thank you for this, as always. Can I start with a quick one with team news? Nico, O'Reilly and Ruben Diaz. Are they likely?
Ruben is not ready still, and Nico is fine.
So that's good and bad news then, essentially. What are the ramifications for both of those players either being involved or not for this?
I prefer to be everyone, but during the season always there are players that are injured.
Hi, Pep. You've had some incredible title wins here, Centurions, treble, teams that have got 93 points, 91 points. But considering the experience that was lost in the summer and the relatively young squad that you've got, would you class it as one of your greatest achievements if you won the title this season?
No. The greatest has done. For many new players, it's good to be in that position to learn, for all of us, to learn for the future, for the next seasons, to be there, and especially after many, many years, especially with many, many titles, and being still in the title race a little bit, it's good, really, really good, but it's not the greatest achievement.
And you've mentioned Jurgen Klopp has always been the reference point, but how much has Mikel Arteta pushed you this season? How hard have you had to work to stay in contention?
Absolutely, the last 2-3 seasons. It's already many years there, and every season is getting better and better. So I think we took over the club and was in problems and troubles, and step by step. And of course, last season, Liverpool make an incredible 3 quarters of the season that was unstoppable. But the previous one and this season, Arsenal have been the biggest contender.
Hi, Pep. Is this a final?
Yeah, obviously. If we lose, yeah, it's over. But the other 2 results, knowing that Arsenal didn't win Bournemouth, still have games to play. 6 games is a lot in our calendar, especially. It's terrible, we say, in the, Everton away, Bournemouth away, Aston Villa, the last game at home. Apart of course, Barley's and Crystal Palace and Brentford at home. So Crystal Palace, look what's going on. Aston Villa and Crystal Palace in Europe. So still many things to do.
And can I ask the change of the pressing structure in the League Cup final? Are you intending to...
No, tomorrow I'm going to change again. I'm going to tell you now what we're going to do. I'm going to tell you.
Hi, Pep. Earlier this season, you said that your team wasn't at the level yet required to win the title. I just wonder, given the performance at Wembley against Liverpool and against Chelsea last week in the second half, do you feel you're at that level now, or do you still need to get even better?
Even better, because you said perfectly, Chelsea second half. And the first was not bad, but not... The first 30 minutes against Liverpool was not good neither. So the first 30 minutes, the final against Arsenal, they were better. For the last 15 in the second half, we were better. So still we are not completely, but it's normal. And on the other side, they cannot pretend against Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea in this time of teams being 95, 96 minutes all the time perfect. But of course, there is one aspect is not about the future, the present, the past. It's how's the confidence. It's an incredible, aspect. All the managers, you could buy in a supermarket, the confidence will go there and will buy, immediately. Because that is one of the most important aspects, and of course the results help us. But the reality is, 7 games left for us and in the Premier League, and that is the decisive moment.
You spoke after the Carabao Cup final about the fact you were underdogs and that everyone expected Arsenal to win. I just wonder this weekend, given your home record, all the experience you've got, you're in front of your own fans. Are you underdogs this weekend?
I understand your message, but I would not feel when... I had the same opinion. Maybe we are not I don't know, they are not the best, Mikel said, after the game in Champions League, that the only English team is qualifying the Champions League. So at the end, It wasn't beaten still in the Champions League. And there's many games so far in the Premier League at the first, so they have been the best so far. So, but we wanna challenge them. That is only a thing. Then I said, no, I didn't say it yesterday. I said today to the players, I would say to them, it's just a football game. So I have to approach it like a football game. Really important, of course, but if you are distracted too much for emotions or too much for these kind of things, after you lose the focus. You know, what is the target? It's to perform well, and that is exactly what you have to do. And all the aspects that are required to challenge the teams like Arsenal.
Hi, Pep. Do you like watching Arsenal play?
Yeah.
What is it you like about them? Because they get a lot of criticism for their style.
Yeah, people is so demanding, I see now. So demanding for the media, for the supporters, for everyone. I enjoy watching it. Yeah, I learn a lot in many things. And the people what they want is win. So, and we fight in an aspect that is really important that we cannot fight against. It's 22 years without winning the Premier League. So, with that aspect, we cannot fight. So they have something that make unique. You know, I know that I knew that feeling when we arrived here, and for a long time we didn't win the Premier League, or well, a long time no, because with Manuel and Mancini they did it, but for our era, I would say, when our time we win the first, I know how you feel it, and you know, and that is something that we cannot play again. So that's why we had to focus in the way we had to play.
Pep, you spoke about confidence earlier. When you look at the players at the moment in training and just around, how do you kind of assess their level of confidence at the moment?
Yeah, it's good. We are ready. So a month ago, because we dropped points in moments that I thought we will not be up. Always when we saw the calendar, said, okay, we play the moment and Arsenal come at home to be the chance. You know, it's not, we are not 20 points behind. You know, 6 points is not short distance, but yeah, you have the chance to do it, and that is the situation that we are in. Now depends on our you know, behavior, and everything will be set tomorrow. So the team will be ready. Our fans sold out. Come there. The table massage will be in the away game settled. So everything perfect to try to play a game.
In terms of the players that have come to your club over the last 18 months, there's been quite a lot of new signings. Do you get the impression now that they've finally worked how to kind of play with each other in a team?
Yeah, but you are talking about the last 3 games, and that question I understand completely. It's about the last 3 games, and of course you can see, but I don't know day after tomorrow what is going to happen, you know, and maybe 6, 7, 8 games ago, that is not much, so maybe you didn't have that feeling. So always had the feeling during the season that we had done really good things. So if I try to be incredibly honest about the performance, always talk about that, and except Arsenal away that we draw, and Old Trafford, I said many times, we didn't deserve, but you know, we didn't play good. The rest of the games, and most of the games, that we played much better than or Aston Villa away, for example. These games that we didn't, 3, 4 games that we were, but the rest we have been good. And considering that many new players and many things, so we work a lot, incredible a lot in terms of make them understand what required to be in a club like that. So we, yeah, I'm satisfied. So it's been good.
Pep, are you surprised you've actually, at this point though, where you beat Arsenal and beat Burnley, you can be level on points at the top, given how many new players you've had to integrate this season, other challenges, just how strong Arsenal were in the sort of first 6 months particularly? Do you actually believe that you could get to this point where you can now put it in your own hands?
I had the feeling in January that when we play against the moment is the decisive moment. We talk about a lot that, because I have a little experience when in certain moments you don't win the Premier League, but you have send a lot of messages to opponents for ourselves, the confidence, speak a lot. It was Sunderland, Chelsea and Brighton. these 3 games that we were outstanding all 3 games and we didn't win once. In that moment, I said, we missed the chances. And after that, for other results, because of course the points of the season is much, much lower comparing the seasons with Jurgen in Liverpool, apart because maybe both we are not good, or maybe the contenders have been better. This is a question mark, I don't know. We were there, but after the games against Nottingham and West Ham said, we ran away. So but until never is over until it's over, and we are still here. And now you ask me, I'm talking about what happened in the past because there's certainty what happened. If you win here, you win here. If I don't buy. So try to perform well, to train good today and tomorrow, to read what you have to do, what they are as a team, and yeah, we'll see what happens.
Hi Pep. Arsenal have got a draw in each of the last 2 seasons at the Etihad. Obviously, a draw's a good result for them on Sunday. So, what do you expect from them in terms of their approach?
But they are so strong in all departments. So, the duels, the physicality, that you allow them to make a good process. You are not aggressive or compact, I would say. They make a really, really good build-up. Raya is extraordinary long ball. Second ball, we have a good carries. They are really, really good going to the second balls. When they defend deep, the transition is good. It's one of the best in the high pressing. How much amount of balls they are able to allow you to make 1 or 2 passes, and after they convert in man marking, they are so aggressive in the frontal balls. So set pieces, not necessary to talk about more on that. So that's why they are who they are. So top of the have been in semi-final Champions League. How difficult it is in the Premier League? All the season have been leaders. So that's why I'm proud to be there. Still challenge them. Unfortunately, not in the Champions League. But yeah, in the Carabao Cup we won. In the FA Cup we're in semi-finals, and here we are. So last month and 8 days, 7 days, I think so, and we'll see what happens. It depends, as I said, pathetic what will happen. How we'll perform, guys, how we'll perform. And after that will be the secret. And we have to do a perfect, almost, a top level to win this type of rivals.
Hi, Pep. You're obviously very respectful of Arsenal, as you should be, as everyone should be. But isn't the truth that when you played your best at Wembley in the second half, they couldn't live with your team? And if you do that again on Sunday, perform, as you just said.
Of course. If we play like the second half during 95 minutes, and they play like a second half during 95 minutes, we're going to win. Well, maybe not, because football is unpredictable. And even you can be better than that happen, but yeah, we'll be closer. But that is what we want. But I know a little bit, Mikel, they are going to adjust something, what we have done, and we have to be prepared and happen what, to do it. And at the end, it's more simple as that. It's how your players individually, because they demand a team, so the contact, the physicality, how you win me against you or you against me, how we are able to do.
But isn't that the point of that win in the Carabao Cup final? Your team almost became, not all of them, but the young ones became like men, like proper, mentally hard. They can do it, and now they have that. And so are we maybe seeing your team overtaking Arsenal in terms of being the best team? This is what's going on at the moment.
Yeah, but at the same time, we defeat. Maybe we have been defeated. We'll be more. Our warnings will be ready, and I don't know how we'll approach. Of course, we improve, but this is the past. The competition is the final. It's not the Premier League. Carabao Cup is important, but the Premier League is much more. So, 22 years without winning, fact, give you, the game of absolutely that they know that they win will be over. So that's why there is an aspect I'm mental to. Of course, we respect them so much, so it's not necessary to tell again. So what they have done and the quality that they have and everything, I don't have any doubts about that. But how we approach and what do you have to do? Always I'm focusing these type of games. What do you have to do tactically and mentally to approach and beat them? It's only I'm concerned. That's all.
Certainly, Margaret, at 10:30 p.m. on Saturday evening. Start Martin.
Hi, Pep. The club and Bernardo Silva confirmed that he's going to leave in the summer. During your 10 years, you've said goodbye to some proper sort of legends. Is this maybe the hardest one of all for you? Because he's still very, very important to the team.
Absolutely. It's part of when this type of players, they are